students, welcome to another session of the English tutorial. Today we are going to discuss a lesson from your class 10 His First Flight textbook, and the name of the topic is The Poem, The Ball Poem, which is written by John Berryman. So before proceeding to the poem, let us have a background about the author. John Berryman was an American poet and scholar who was born in McAlester, Oklahoma. He was a major figure in American poetry in the second half of the 20th century and is considered a key figure in the confessional school of poetry. So what is confessional school of poetry? This is a style of writing which emerged in the late 1950s and 1960s and is associated with poets such as Robert Lowell, Sylvia Plath, Annie Sexton and W.D. Snodgrass. It is the poetry of the personal or I. This style of writing emerged in the late 1950s and 1960s. The confessional school of poetry dealt with subject matter that had not been openly discussed in American poetry, such as feelings about death, trauma, depression, relationships were addressed in this poetry, often in an autobiographical manner. John Berryman had a lot of well-known works which include the Dream Songs, the Ball Poem, His Rest, etc. He also received notable awards such as National Book Award, Pulitzer Award for Poetry, Bollingen Prize, etc. John Berryman died on 7 January 1972 in the United States. So students, let us start this session with the poem The Ball Poem. So before starting the poem, students, let us have a look at the title, The Ball Poem. The ball here personifies the young boy's happy days and his carefree innocence. So as we proceed to the poem, we shall have a knowledge what happens to the boy when he loses his ball and what is the outcome of it. So let's proceed.
What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. In the introductory lines, the poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. The poet is eager to know about the boy and his reaction when he has lost his ball. Here I in the second line refers to the poet John Berryman. John Berryman is telling to the readers that he saw the ball going merrily means happily, bouncing down the street means jumping up and down the street, and then jumping happily in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where. So in these lines, the poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another ball for the boy, because the poet feels that the boy has other balls too. The boy is surrounded by sadness. He is fixed and shaking with fear, and staring down means to look with one's eyes open, as all his memories went along with the flowing water. Here, the lost ball stands for the lost childhood, and the harbor stands for the vastness of life. The poet feels that the boy has a deep emotional attachment and memories associated with the ball, so he regrets the loss of the ball. His ball went, I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless now. He senses first responsibility. Here the poet says us that he has witnessed how the possession of the boy, that is the ball, went bouncing merrily from the street to the harbor. He says that he would not intrude on him means to put oneself deliberately in a place or a situation where one is unwelcome or uninvited. So the poet here means that he would never disturb the boy. So in this lines, the poet says that he cannot even tell the boy to borrow some money from him in order to buy another ball. He says that the cost of a ball in monetary terms is very less. He says that the new ball may not have those attachment and memories associated with it. So the poet feels that the time has come for the boy to learn his responsibility, the responsibility of taking care of his own things. In a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. In this poem, the ball has been personified as a belonging. It may be things or his relationship. Here we can find a change of mood and thinking. The boy realizes here that in this materialistic world, the loss is the part of the game of life. There can be no achievements without loss. He also understands that a thing that is lost once cannot be brought back to life. Money is external, means money can buy you goods, but it cannot buy the lost childhood, the lost dreams, the lost feelings back. So he understands that money is external and it cannot buy all the losses that occurs in our life. So the poet says that the boy has to learn to live without them, no matter how hard it will be for him. He is learning well. Behind his desperate eyes, the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Here in these lines, the poet John Berryman says to the reader that the boy is learning to stand up against all the odd miseries that life has thrown on him. He is learning well. Behind his desperate eyes. Desperate here means hopeless. It means that the boy is aware that he will never get back his ball, which indicates his childhood. So here the poet is talking how the boy will have knowledge about his loss. The word knowledge has been clearly indicated by the word epistemology. Epistemology is a Greek word which means episteme, meaning knowledge. It comes from a word meaning to understand, to know. So we can say that epistemology is the study of the nature of knowledge itself. Here the poet wants to tell us in simple language that the boy is learning or is gaining knowledge how to stand up for the loss and lead a normal life. Thus, the boy is trying to learn and accept the real truth of life, which means that you have to accept the miseries that comes your way in your life, and you have to gather the courage of standing up against the odd. In the concluding lines, we can relate that the boy has learned that life is precious and we should live it purposefully and fruitfully, and stand up and come out of all our depressions.
So students, the poem gives us a message for the children to take responsibility after their belongings. Money can buy you things, but it cannot buy the affection and memories associated with it. Thus, through this poem, the poet tries to explain that in this materialistic world, people will take balls, which implies one's possession or relationships. The ball might be lost, your relation, your possessions might be lost. But be hopeful that something better will come our way. So the poem is a message to all the young students that one should never be discouraged, but face the days ahead with courage and determination. Thank you students for watching my session. Hope you like it.